Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. How you feeling, Corey?
I'm here. I've had a mellow yellow this morning, so I'm ready to go.
You ready to go? Yeah. Sorry, it took us a little bit to get up and going this morning. We are trying some new things out on live.
Mm-hmm.
We are on multiple platforms at once, thanks to Sean, and we are. What all is there, Sean? Let's see. It's going to be YouTube, Facebook.
It's YouTube, Facebook, Kick, and Twitch, and we would have been live on TikTok, but apparently we have to apply for. We're gonna get approved because we've been going live on TikTok, but Streamlabs has to approve our TikTok live, so we're just waiting to be approved again, which we're already approved to go live on TikTok.
Good. So yeah, so whatever platform you're on this morning, thank y'all for being here.
Yeah.
We are in a season break here on Yoder's Talk. We are going to be back with season 5 sometime in August. I think it's the second or third week of August, something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I think the first recording is August 8th.
Yep.
So, but yeah, man, it is good to be back with y'all. It's good to just kind of have a good time today. We really don't have a big topic. We put a poll out. What's that? Beginning of this week on what y'all wanted us to speak on, and came back fairly strongly that y'all wanted to hear a little bit of what we have learned doing this podcast. I guess kind of behind the scenes, what we have learned, and we can go in so many different angles, so many different ways. We were talking about it before we went live that, have we learned anything? But the truth is we've learned a lot, and we'll share some of our favorite stories and just engage with y'all. Good morning to everybody that's in the comments.
Yeah, that's the thing I miss about lives. When we do our podcast recording, we don't have a chat.
I know. I
love the chat.
Yeah, I know. It's nice to engage.
Yeah. So please, as we go through this, you want to put a comment or ask a question, you can put just about whatever in there within reason.
Yeah, within reason.
Don't get crazy.
Justice, do you guys remember Justice?
Yeah, man. What was that season?
Season 2.
Season 2.
Oh yeah, Justice Parker. That was a great episode.
Yeah, awesome. Him and Dakota.
Yeah, we were talking about the young generation.
I think that episode was called Millennials versus Gen Z.
Yeah, it had a really good thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it did really well too.
Yeah,
a lot
was
of
really
people engaged,
impactful.
So.
All the shorts and stuff like that, they all still do really well with that video.
Yeah.
Two,
so Justice,
two wise guys right there.
Appreciate you being on here.
Yeah.
So
I think the first thing that comes to my mind that we've discovered is kind of funny. I've discovered that I hate the sound of my voice. So
have you? And I agree. I mean, I think that's common to everybody. Like, my voice sounds normal through my ears, but recording it does not. I think that's kind of a natural thing. But have you gotten used to it a little bit more?
A little bit. It still at some point sounds like chalk or nails on a chalkboard to me.
Yeah.
And every now and then, we're supposed to do it every time. And I try to, but sometimes we get busy and we don't.
What's that? You just say what?
Well, we listen when we record a podcast. Sean does a really great job of getting it out 3 or 4 days before we release it. And then me and Clinton and some other guys on the team listen to it and just make sure there's no adjustments that need to be made and stuff like that. But there has been times where I can't take it on a certain day. My voice, and it's nothing about the content or anything about the podcast, but it's just my voice that I'm like, I can't listen to this right now. But I'm also grading it like, why would you say something that stupid?
Yeah.
So there's that side of it.
I have learned that I make some stupid comments.
Yeah.
Like really dumb comments, like and I'll ask my wife, I'll be like, wasn't that just straight dumb? She's like, no, that was great. And I'm like,
yeah,
makes no sense.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of that, but I mean that's all in fun. I mean we, man, none of us are perfect, and we try to do our best, and we enjoy it. We have fun doing this. That's probably the biggest takeaway I would say over the last 4 seasons was I didn't realize I'd enjoy it as much as I do.
Yeah.
And I will say there's times that there's a lag a little, I guess you could say, like just having to
Well, there's some mornings we both come in here
just dragging.
And we're, that's the other thing. This is not our full-time job.
That's right. Amen
And
to
so,
that, yes.
So we've also got, our day jobs we have to do in the businesses. And then, we're both dads, both husbands, and we got a lot of spinning plates. So there's some days that we do come in that we look like we've been rode hard and put up wet. And we have to kind of talk to each other. We've had some, if we had the cameras turned on probably about 30 minutes before the podcast recording, y'all would see some of the best therapy sessions ever. Both of us and Sean and just talking about life and talking about situations. And that's the cool thing about doing this. The 3 of us and of course a couple of other guys that are behind the scenes that help us out, friendship. And we've walked through some really dark times together and walked through some really good times together. And that's been the cool thing that over the last 4 seasons is seeing all of us go through different situations and come out on the other side of them. And we do it, the way that we talk about it is, all of us just feel open enough to share where we're really at.
Yeah.
And that's huge. And so an encouragement for you guys is you need a group like that around you. I'm always trying to give you guys real actionable steps, but find you a group of people that can kind of walk with you in life, and you don't have to pull punches. Because that's the scary part of life sometimes is you get in a situation where you always have a mask on. You're always putting a front out to people, and that's a really lonely place to be.
Yeah.
And so having a group of people around you that you can just be like, hey, I'm having a bad day.
Yeah.
This situation sucks.
I think an organization that creates that culture, Corey, there's so much value in that. We talk about it a couple episodes ago about the vulnerability and things of that nature, and I truly believe that if you can have a group that you can be honest and vulnerable with at any time, at any place, that doesn't judge you from the aspect of here he goes again, and just listens. Man, there's so much value. I've been able to have a couple like advisory groups, business owners across the United States that we get together. Man, I know probably more about their lives. They know more about my lives than probably some people even close to me, just because it's a place that we're vulnerable and we're allowed to share. So I would say that's been a big thing. Agreeing with you there, Corey, on this podcast, is that we built friendships, man. We built friendships that are going to last for a long time. We've been through some things. Guys, this stuff here is not easy, because here's the thing: you have a lot of times where you doubt yourself, you doubt the things you're putting out. Something you feel like will do well does flops, does horrible, and you start to doubt yourself. But where we have had to go to, and it's something we set up at the beginning of our podcast when we first started season 1, was that this whole thing we do has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with me and Corey, Sean, the people behind the scenes, Conrad, JD, everybody that's working behind the scenes to make this thing go. It cannot be about us. And so in the moments when something does flop, if we're impacting one person, one human, for the kingdom, for the glory of God, making their life better, serving that one individual, that's what this podcast is for. Yeah. It's not for tens and tens of thousands of people, whatever, hundreds of thousands of people. Yes, it is, but what I'm getting at is that's not the focus. The focus is on that one individual. And if you can get 100,000 one individuals
Yeah.
and you can view it from that angle, it just does something different. It makes so that there's not so much, I guess, stress on the fact that, hey, we got to deliver this perfect content, this perfect world. You know, we're not great speakers. We got a lot of uhs and ands and, you know, just like that right there.
Yeah.
You know, we're not great speakers, but we try to deliver from the heart, you know, just, you know, what we're going through and what we face as leaders and things that y'all can probably relate to, most of y'all out there. And so yeah, it's been just a lot of fun. And you know,
how many excuse me, obviously not very professional, coughing into the mic. How many
usually we cut that out.
yeah usually, but we're live, can't do that. Quick question, how many times, Clinton, have we released an episode and that very next week you deal with a situation that we talked about and you feel like I should be over this situation because I literally just taught on this? And how many times do you think that's happened?
Oh, it happens all the time. It happens too much,
ton.
man. Some days it scares me because I feel that we speak it into existence.
Yeah.
You know, but what's so awesome about it is that when that does happen, we kind of have, you know, just talked about it.
Yeah, we feel. I know. I feel like sometimes it happens, and you've just got done talking about it, and then you're like, say it's a disagreement or something. You know, you want to be like, sometimes I want to be like, hey, why don't you watch this podcast and then come back and talk to me, to other team members and stuff like that. But you know, that sounds a little, but it does give you some tools in the tool belt that I feel a little bit more prepared. But that happens all the time. I think that's something that if you would asked me before we started this, would I expect that to happen? No, that's kind of a surprising little thing that came from it. And I guess, I mean, it's been such a fun experience. The coolest part for me of being able to do this has been meeting different people.
Yes, we've had some amazing guests on, like some great people. I mean,
awesome people, like some people that, like, I think one of my favorite episodes was I just blanked on his name. Safe.
Lauren.
Yeah, Dr. Lauren.
Dr. Lauren, yes.
Yeah.
That was season 2 or season 1. That was season 1.
I think it may have been season 1.
Right,
yeah, because we still
there
had
at
the
end.
couches.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
there
Didn't
at
we?
the end. Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness we got rid of those couches. Those couches.
Y'all remember the couches? Remember the tree? That's all been gone.
Yeah, the couches.
Actually,
I felt like I was gonna sink into.
yeah.
Like I felt like a little kid.
I remember
because we would have to sit back in the couches to make everything, all the shots, and make it look pretty and stuff. And I felt like my feet were hanging like off the floor.
I remember you guys were like, by the end of the podcast, you guys felt like you were like the couches were settling, and you guys are just sinking more and more in. So every podcast, you guys would get foam and put behind the cushions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get the little foam boards and stick behind the cushions to keep us upright. But yeah.
Yeah, there's been, man, just so many guests. I mean, I wish I could name them all, but it's been so many.
There's been a ton. And
this last season, you know, we had a few people back on. What was her name? That I think episode 2.
Samantha Crawford.
Yes, Samantha Crawford. That was a great episode. I
Great
enjoyed
episode.
that. I enjoyed hearing her story and where
Yeah.
she came from. And you know, one thing I realized, is, and I said a little bit of this earlier in the live, was that we're all going through some of the same stuff. And bringing these guests on, you realize that you're speaking to people that are in the grind just like you are, and the things they're facing. And you realize real quick that, guess what? We're all human. We all got the same problem. And that thought that goes through your mind that everybody has, where I'm the only one that does this.
Yeah.
You realize real quick on this that that's not the case, on this podcast, that's not the case, and that we all deal with the same issues.
And we've
over
got
over,
we've
so.
got to make some cool friendships with other people that do podcasts too.
Yes.
Like Samantha Crawford, we got to be on her podcast, which was really one of my favorite things that I've got to do as far as being on somebody else's podcast, because that one was so impactful.
Yeah, it's deep. Yes. Thank you, Samantha.
Yeah, you guys really opened up on that one.
So definitely go give her some love. I think it's the Light podcast
On Spotify.
Yeah, I probably should write this stuff down before I just see. Not professional. Then we've got to be on Happy Neighbors a couple times. The guys at My Coleman Television. Recently, we were on the Hayden podcast.
Yes, that was good.
That was a ball of fun.
Yes, yeah, them were good
talking
guys.
to
Them were
talking to
some
those
great
dudes.
guys.
Those were awesome. But end up figuring out we knew, like, that was what's so funny. After we get done with the podcast, like, one of the guys that we had known.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him, but we had done business in the past.
Yeah,
so
so
it's kind of cool.
small world.
Yeah, so go check them. Go check them podcasts out. Give them.
They are some awesome people.
Yeah, they're good.
But
so.
yeah, it's just been a adventure, and I know in my leadership journey, it's helped me grow.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost forced my hand to grow. Like, I know sometimes leaders, we don't like to talk about this, but sometimes we get lazy and we stop growing, and we go, well, I feel like I've reached a place where I can settle.
Mm-hmm.
And this has made me kind of realize that, hey, I got to keep going. I got to keep driving and things like that. And that's been a really cool thing.
Yeah, because there was times where we considered ending it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we really, really considered ending it. I think it was coming out of season 2.
Yeah.
We hit a wall.
Yeah, I think we were both pretty burnt out.
And talking a little on that, just being serious, we had got some really good success out of the gate. By episode 4, 5, somewhere in there, I woke up one morning. I remember so clearly waking up one morning, and there was I forget how many views we had on this one video. And I was like, what? Subscriber count had jumped. It was a big thing, and and it was exciting. We got fired up about it, but the issue that I feel like happened for us was we kind of ran into this thing of chasing the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And so it got to a point that it was kind of, like I said, about the middle towards the end of season 2, where we stopped enjoying doing it because we were focused on the numbers. We weren't focused on why we decided to start it. And we had to, I think we may have even cut that season just a little short.
I think we did. I think we were supposed to have a couple more episodes, and we just end up saying, like, hey, let's shut it down. I mean, I was in serious contemplation on whether I wanted to do it in
Mm-hmm.
season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was, and that was when we were doing an episode every week, and it just, if you remember right, if you look, there was a pretty large gap in between season 2 and season 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we were just, it takes a mental toll getting content out every week and still doing our other jobs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of my thoughts was like, hey, I'm just burnt out. I'm not having fun. And I didn't want to do this if I'm not having fun. If you know me well, you'll know that I like to have fun in most everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hmm.
Trying to see, there's some comments here.
That's, the comment section is kind of going off.
Let's see here. So, good morning, Amy. That's our bookkeeper.
She's
Appreciate her
awesome.
being here. Yeah, she's great. She does an amazing job. Cypher, the harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. Very true. That's very, very true. What's up, everyone? We're talking about the couches.
couches,
We're
yes.
so comfortable. I have to disagree on that, but that's okay. Then we have speak it into existence. It's so real. Don't be so hard on yourself or talk down on yourself, because speaking it into existence goes for the negative as well. It's very true. always take a negative and turn it into a positive. You always move forward. How I look at things anyway. Great insight there. Got a question. Would you rather fight one horse-sized chicken or 50 chicken-sized horses?
That's a tongue twister.
That's a great question.
Yes.
Let me think on that.
Well, the thing is, I think I could. I mean, a horse-sized chicken.
It's a big chicken. I mean, you're talking.
Fight one horse-sized chicken.
How big?
Or 50 chicken-sized horses.
Approximately how much does a horse weigh?
About 1,200 pounds on average.
Oof, that's a lot of weight.
I mean, a good-sized horse. I mean, a lot of them weigh about 1,200 pounds.
That's
1,000 to 1,200.
That's a lot of weight.
That's a big old chicken.
That's a big old chicken. I mean,
What about the chicken wings on that sucker? I mean, you could eat one chicken wing. So I mean, if it's for dinner,
well, yeah,
you can fight harder.
I don't know about that.
I mean, we ain't gonna eat a horse. Man,
But
think
I feel like I could
think
take
about this. Think about 50 horses kicking your shin.
Yeah, but I mean, they're chicken size.
Yeah, but they're kicking your shin over and over and over because that's what they're going to do.
They can't generate that kind of power.
My mind is trying to generate this, and it can't. Like me fighting 50 chicken-sized horses. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, 50. No, yeah, 50.
Yeah, I just can't.
Horses that are the size of a chicken.
I can't generate that in my head.
Well, what size chicken? See, that's another thing. Like, are we talking? Because there's small chickens, there's big chickens. Like my dad has some just monster chickens.
I mean, yeah, I think you're just your standard size.
Standard size. Well, what's a standard size chicken?
Not a chicken expert, obviously, and a horse expert either.
Let me ask you this: could you ride the chicken? Because now that would be interesting.
I guess. The question he's saying fight them. I think you got to go 50. I think you got to go 50 there. I trust myself fighting off 50 of them because you got to think like one kick probably take one down.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean you're going to be winded either way. You're going to be.
And that chicken when it starts to because they got spurs, right? Are we talking a rooster or just a hen? Probably a rooster, I would say. That spur on that backside.
That's going to be a big spur.
Be big. Yeah, it's going to tear you up.
I think you're going to have a.
Yeah, we're going to go with the horses.
Yeah, I think you go with the horses and you
first
have a
50,
better shot.
You're definitely getting tired. You're getting winded at some point.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you're going to be in trouble no matter what. But I just feel like I have a less chance to die with the 50. Like, yeah, my shins may be beat up, but I mean, they're not going to get me on the ground.
What if they bite? They start biting.
Well, I mean, let them bite. I mean, it's a chicken-sized horse.
50. I mean, you lucky to knock down 10 of them.
I think y'all are they're going to lose some power and some muscle mass shrinking down to that size. So I think y'all are looking at the kicking ability and the biting ability of a 1,000-pound animal.
Well, what if they had that same ability?
Well, that's not what the question said. So.
Oh, Lord, that's great.
That's a rabbit hole.
This is why I love chat.
Oh boy. Well,
let's
talk a little bit about our sponsors since I knock it over.
Yeah.
Man, we had two really good sponsors this last season that stuck with us, and hopefully we can continue working with them. Stroke Gains, best hydration drink on the market.
Yeah, there's
no doubt about it. Like, there's no question. I don't say that. We made an agreement that we would never allow a sponsor on unless we personally 100% support and use it. And
I feel like everyone here uses it.
It does. It's my mother and father. They were looking for something. They use it all the time. Like that's their go-to now.
What's cool about it is, like when you run out of yours, because everybody around here uses it, you're like, hey, can I steal one of your packs? And everybody's usually got one. So, Travis Key and the Stroke Gains team do an excellent job, and it's not just for the golf course. So if you're thinking, hey, look at that,
we got people drinking Stroke Gains
said,
right now.
Hey, I'm doing it right now. We got me some.
We do really well with our referral code. We started the referral code and it's skyrocketed.
Yeah, and that code is, Sean?
Yoder's Talk.
Yep, on their website. You can go check them out. And
it's so cool because, you hear of, like, sponsors all the time and stuff like that doing YouTube. And being on this side of it, like, we get a sponsorship and actually seeing that sponsorship take off and people actually use the referral code. It is actually really cool, like, to be on the side of it. And you're like, people actually buy this product.
Here, let me do this and fix my mic here just a second.
Yeah, and then the other one, Farmhouse Coffee.
Yes, and I want to say something about Farmhouse real quick. I don't mean to cut you off there.
You're fine.
But we're working on something with Farmhouse right now for the local community, possibly. Which I don't know if Farmhouse even knows much about it yet. But we're fixing to have a conversation with them. That's going to be something really cool. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really awesome. So
just to save you, we will not be making the coffees.
Yes. No, we will not. Yeah, absolutely not.
That'd be a disaster. Let's see. We got a couple more. Would you rather?
Let's see. We got. Would you rather forget someone's name every time, or always call them the wrong name with confidence?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I forget people's names all the time, so that's kind of my life.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with names, like awful. Yeah. So that I'm already living that, but I usually pivot with confidence.
Yeah.
Like I try to.
I just don't say. I personally just won't say their name.
Yeah.
I'm like, "What's up, man? How you doing?" You know.
Is that why you do that to me all the time?
Yeah, I forget your name.
Oh, okay. Well, makes you feel better. But yeah, no, I'm terrible with names. So if I'm great with faces. So if I ever forget your name, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, names are terrible for me as well. My goodness, man, I always. I mean, I can meet somebody 10 times and not remember their name.
Yeah.
Like I can forget names, like people that are fixing to come on the podcast, and they'll walk. We'll be just talking about. They'll walk in. And I can't remember what their name is.
Yeah. And that is why we have pieces of paper in front of us.
Yeah, with their name on it.
Yep. So. But yeah, no, that's a great question. But if you do anything with confidence, you're gonna look a lot better. Like I heard of a story of a guy walking backwards into a movie theater, and he did it with confidence, and they didn't stop him.
Walking. Now what?
I'm dead serious.
You caught me off guard too.
Yeah. Walking back. Okay,
so
like
he
physically backwards.
Physically, he walked backwards with some confidence, and nobody, like any of the employees, were just like.
Like he went into a free movie, basically what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't just walk in like he was backpedaling.
Yeah, he was walking backwards, and so it just proves if you do anything with confidence, you can.
Okay. I've got a little confused there. I thought you were saying like he walked in the exit.
No.
He walked in backwards.
Yeah, walked in the front door backwards. Walked all
like
the
he
way.
was in Rewind.
Yeah, and then walked in the movie theater. No one stopped him. That's a confirmed story.
Could I ask who did it?
Cannot disclose those details. That is a confirmed story. You do anything with confidence.
It very much is. There's these popular YouTubers that walked into a movie theater with a ladder and just walked straight in and watched the movie with the ladder. Nobody questioned them. They just walked right by the staff with the ladder, walked straight into a movie and watched it.
Yeah,
so is that theft?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, okay. Just checking because I was curious because I might be interested. If it's not theft.
100%. But I'm just saying, you do anything with confidence, you're gonna look a lot better. So we're. Do you want to talk a little bit about season 5? About some of the things we're thinking about.
Hey, we're live. We're here to talk about anything. I mean, people can get in the comments. What?
Okay. No, don't do that, Jason.
But with confidence. Is that what you're saying? With confidence.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough confidence for that. That
comment caught me off guard.
It did me too. So season 5, we're kicking it off with one of we've had this booked for how long now?
It was right at a year.
Right at a year, and man, I don't know that I've been more excited for a guest yet. and we've had some really cool people. So it's not like I'm saying like, oh, this is awesome. But when I say who it is, everybody's going to be like, oh my goodness.
I think we've talked about it a lot though, so probably everybody.
We have, yeah.
Probably knows.
But we're going to have James Spann on the first episode, and I can't wait for that one.
That's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome.
He's a legend. He's an Alabama legend. If you live in the state of Alabama or surrounding states, you know who James Spann is.
The suspenders, the respect the polygon, all that good stuff, man. If you ever went through some severe storms, and you know what's so funny? You want to hear a funny story about my family growing up? So we were Fox 6 News people.
Okay.
Right? Fox 6 News, love Mickey Ferguson in the mornings. It's awesome. We'd watch them like to get our news. But as soon as like severe weather started, like ABC 3340,
ABC, baby.
Got to be on that James Spann. And guys, like if you don't know, this is how good he is and how good he knows our area. I've actually heard this on his broadcast one time. Like he's like, listen, if you're anywhere near, you know, Meemaw's 4-way quick stop, you need to be in your safe place right now. And you're like, how does he, like that's a little town gas station right here in this, you know, east or west Alabama. How does he know where that is?
Yeah.
Just by looking at the map. But that dude is so cool. So we're going to have him. We've got a couple different other guests. We're really dialing it back this season with guests.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do more content driven. And that's something we want you guys to help us come up with. But we do have a couple guests that are going to be coming on. We won't really tease them yet because we don't really know where they're going to fit into the season yet. But and we've also talked about doing some kind of like behind the scenes stuff too.
Yeah. We're there's going to be quite a few different things that we're going to throw out there. We're going to try to do a couple episodes outside of our actual studio as well. We're talking about doing an episode on the golf course. We're talking about doing an episode here and there, but we'll see how all that plays out. And we have some cool things we're working on too. We're talking about, and I'll just say this, we're working on starting to set up at the second Friday, which I think there's only one or two more, one more this in Coleman set up there. And we may even go live there and just meet a whole pile of people from Coleman and give back where we can. Yeah. Need Ramsey on here. Yeah, that would be an honor. Dave.
Yeah, you should call him.
Yep, you should call him.
Yeah.
I actually get to hang out with him the weekend of September 11th.
You could throw a little nugget in there.
Yeah. I went golfing with him 2 years ago. That was a good time. So
how'd you play?
You really want to know?
No, we've talked about it.
Yeah, it was not pretty. So I definitely will not be hanging out with Dave Ramsey for my golfing skills.
Yeah.
You were just getting into like serious about golf when that happened, right?
No, I had previously. I just had a full-on meltdown on the golf course. I'm playing with Dave Ramsey, and
it's probably like when
it's intimidating, very intimidating.
It's probably like when I played with Kip that day.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean that's kind of your golf game.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
I'm just joking.
My golf game is golly, it's all over the place. And then another thing that we started. Do you want to talk the Facebook group?
Yeah.
So another thing we started was we started a private group on Facebook. And so it's Yoder's Talk Community. And so the reason we wanted to start that is because we wanted a place where you guys have a venue or have a spot where you can talk about challenges that you guys are facing with other leaders around. And so that started last week, didn't it?
Yeah, started last week.
And so it's already up to like 48 people inside of the group.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about that group is me and Clinton have kind of committed to posting in there just some general, hey, here's some tips, here's some things. We're going to have some of the other leaders in the business do the same. But we want you to be able to post in there and say, like, hey, guys, I'm dealing with this, and it's going to give you a little inside knowledge, so you can be able to say like, hey, I'd really love for you guys to talk about this on the podcast. That's where we're going to be posting a lot of polls. Like, hey, what do you like? When we did this live, we posted this poll and on our YouTube feed that, hey, what do you guys want us to talk about? So we definitely want you guys to join that.
Yeah, it's big. It's I mean, I think it's gonna be big. I really do. It's a place where you have to. The group rules are that what's talked about there stays there.
Yeah.
This is a private group. This is a group where if you're a leader, you get in there and you're struggling with something. Not only that, one of the biggest things as leaders that we don't have, a lot of us leaders do not have, is when we have a big win, someone to celebrate with.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times your family members, the people in your life, when you try to celebrate with them, they tend to take it as you're trying to be prideful, and you're trying to look what I did. When the case is this, man, that we all need to celebrate when there's a big win, and having a place where we can go celebrate together is big. It's real big. So,
and we're gonna start linking that and all that good stuff. So if you do have Facebook, you'll be able to click the link in the description and go to it during like videos that we put out in this next season and whatever we do in our season break. But we haven't linked it because we were trying to hone everything in. We got a few invites out there that shouldn't have went out because Facebook automatically invited everybody that we knew. So we had to get in there and kind of hone in the invites and make sure like some of those invites didn't go out. And then of course we wanted to invite certain people in there right off the get-go. So we needed to find those people and get those people in there.
Yeah,
but
so I would say there's 3 questions you have to answer to join it.
Yeah.
And when you answer them questions, we look over them and then we'll accept you in, as long as we're trying to keep it to where it doesn't get out of hand. There's so many times I've been in groups like that where next thing you know, people are advertising on it. People are, it gets just out of control. This is not what it's for. We are going to control that thing as best we can. And I'll just say it as blunt as we can. We will kick you to the curb so fast if you don't abide by the rules. I mean, I just say
we want it to be a safe place for you guys
as
leaders.
Too late, I already got an invite.
We'll let you on, Jay. We'll let you on there.
Yeah, we want it to just be a safe place for you guys to share your struggles, look for encouragement, and share your wins. Because that's the thing is, we found that to be super fruitful in our lives, is having that little group of people, and we want you to have that too. So, and then also we feel like sometimes. That's another thing that we could talk about behind the scenes is sometimes we feel disconnected from the audience. Is like that's why we're always saying like, please comment, please, reach out to us. Is we feel like we send it out and we're like, I don't know if this is working or if we're hitting the topics that the community needs. And so we want to create an avenue that you guys can give us feedback and say like, hey, I need y'all to talk about this or figure out what you guys are dealing with. So so that Facebook group is going to be crucial in season 5. And you never know. We may do an exclusive live on there sometimes. So you never know.
Any other suggestions coming into this season? You could throw it in the chat. It'd be great to see what we just any ideas, I guess you could say, for this coming season. We'd love to talk about it. Any crazy ideas?
We've got a pile of stuff and we're trying to go through that pile of stuff. So if there's any ideas out there that anybody wants to throw in that they might want to see this season, just let us know.
What's this I hear about a hole-in-one competition?
Sean on his channel is wanting to do something there.
So I wanted to do. I seen a certain YouTube group. They did like a hole-in-one challenge, and they did it on a live streaming platform called Kick, which we're live on right now actually. But they did it, and they were live 54 hours. It took them 54 hours for somebody to hit a hole-in-one. Which is wild. But I wanted to do a hole-in-one challenge with you or with y'all and get y'all out there and see how long it took us to hit a hole in one. It's like 155 yards.
Sean, I think your mic's down a little bit. It says the guy in the background is a bit quiet.
Let's see. Check. 1, 2. How's that?
I mean, I can hear you because I got my ear.
Yeah.
But
the hole in one challenge is there was a few YouTubers or not YouTubers. They went live on a platform, Kick, which we're live on right now, and they did it was 155 yards and pretty much a flat ground or whatever, and they did a hole in one challenge, and it took them 55 hours to complete it.
That's a lot of swings.
Yeah, it really is.
So we're doing it.
Oh yeah, it's in the works. I got to get all the. I got to get
works.
Yeah, I got to get the SDI to run. I'm gonna run SDI to have a clean feed where the hole is, to have like a hole cam or ball cam, and then that way we have, because they didn't have like the greatest cam, they had like a phone, so I want to get like a really good ball cam out there.
So it looks like you will be able to, and that'll be live on Sean's channel, correct?
It'll be live on my channel, but it'll be in collaboration with everybody will be able to find it through your channel.
So as you can tell, we're not just over here talking about leadership. We also like to have fun. So, and that's part of this, and that's one thing we want to bring to y'all too, is a little bit of content that's, we want to keep it around leadership, because we understand that the content we put out isn't for everybody. We're shocked that we have as many people watching it as we do. There's leadership is on every corner. You can search the word leadership and probably look up thousands and thousands and thousands of videos of people's opinions on leadership, and there may be great points. We're not saying they're not, but what we try to deliver is just from the grind, what we're facing on a daily challenge, daily challenges we face. But we also want to bring some, cool things to y'all that are kind of outside of the box, you could say, outside of what we do on our episodes daily, or weekly, or bi-weekly, whatever that is. So looks like we have someone commented that they're wanting an episode called From Darkness to Light. We'll have to talk to you about that and see what we can come up with on that. Would be an interesting episode. I'm not sure exactly what it would entail, but yeah, we'll catch up with you and see what that's about. So, but yeah, what else you got, Corey?
What else could we talk about here? We could go into our karaoke part of the live stream.
Yeah, we could do that. What you singing?
Clearly, Conway Twitty.
Conway Twitty.
I mean,
Let's
you
hear
have to. No, it's not going to happen.
Come on, man. Come on.
No, not quite.
Oh man, we were filming, or not filming. We were doing a voiceover the other day for a commercial for Yoder Metal. And he was like, "I'm gonna do like a little rugged voice," and I was like, "All right, let's hear it." And he was like, "What was it?" Like,
I don't know.
Waking up is hard.
It was good.
It was
They're
really
rugged.
good.
It just didn't fit. That commercial got trashed. So
we're back to the drawing board. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of thought the music on that. By the way, they're in the middle of trying to create a Yoder Metal ad, so not everybody knows what we're trying to do here. So I get it, copy of it, and I personally thought I was in a funeral.
It just
Like,
didn't.
The
it
music
just didn't work out.
the music like I was looking around to see if there was people crying and stuff.
It just didn't work out.
just
The
didn't work.
vision just didn't come together.
And that's the thing, behind the scenes, talking about this, there's a lot of things that y'all don't get to see.
Yeah.
That are just complete flops.
And one day we'll be able to have the ability to have like subscriptions on like the join button for memberships, and we'll be able to post those like unedited videos that people don't get, because we film a lot. I mean, we do a lot of stuff.
And we released one of my what was it? My blooper reels.
Yeah, our blooper reel.
Golly, that was so awful. Everyone thinks that, like, hey, if you're reading off a script, it's really, really easy. But it's not.
It's like 30 takes.
Yeah, it's every time.
Sometimes podcasts like that too. Like
really is.
we'll get 2 minutes into a podcast, and Clint, I don't like this. We got to restart. We got to restart this.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's some days we start so flat.
Yeah.
It just so flat.
I'm reading a comment here. Let's see. Is that Dylan there?
let me look. Yeah, that's Dylan.
My hair care routine is I wash it with shampoo. Now, it is my wife's shampoo, and I could not tell you what that is.
Is it soft? It looks soft.
I don't know. I mean, some
Can I
of it-
touch it?
I guess if you want
Let me
to. I
touch it.
mean,
This life took a new direction.
What you putting in there?
it's whatever shampoo's in the shower.
You
I don't know. Lord, no. My wife buys like shampoo for her hair, and like I don't buy shampoo for my hair. We have shampoo. Like I don't condition or anything. Like I don't even I wash my beard with the same shampoo. I don't do the whole beard like different shampoo and oils or all that stuff. I ain't got time for all that stuff.
I do beard lotion.
Like y'all have no frame of reference of like my mornings of what it takes to get here in the morning on time. So number one, I gotta be here at 7, right? At Yoder Metal. That's what time we open. For me to do that, I live an hour away. That means I have to leave my house at 6, and then that means I have to get up. Usually, my first alarm goes off at 5 o'clock, and I usually don't get up till about 5:30.
And when you get in the shower, you wash with Dove Coconut Hydration Shampoo.
Thank you, honey. Yeah, apparently that's what I've washed with. So there you go, Dylan. There is my hair care routine.
And stroke gains.
Yeah, and
Sorry, you can keep going with your story. I just had to throw that in there.
yeah, but yeah, that's what I use. But yeah, nothing. And then I run a brush through it. If some days it's as I'm walking out, I'm brushing it over with my hand.
I've kind of gotten to wearing hats. I just don't feel like messing with my hair.
I know I need a haircut. That's really what's going on. Which we're
Smell the comment.
my wife also said that apparently I'm great at karaoke, and that is just not true. She has a video on my phone or on her phone of me singing "You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling" to her, and I was really emotional in that song.
You said she has a video of it?
Probably still has
Okay.
it somewhere.
Yeah, so we need to.
I don't know that.
Try to get that.
I don't know that we should show
I know.
that one.
Okay.
Try to get the video.
Or at least the audio.
That was a different point in my life.
Lauren, my email is marketing@yoderswoodworksal.com.
Yeah, I don't know that that's a. Jason said you're gonna go bald. Look here, look at there.
Man,
Start to see it a little bit.
just cover it up. If I ever start developing the ring, called the ring,
Yeah, just gone.
you're gonna see a big old beard come out with the shaved head. I'm gonna
Right.
look like a total different person.
You know who should shave his head?
Who's that?
Brandon.
Yeah.
He should shave his head.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Beard Brandon? Like,
Smart, not smart Brandon, the other Brandon.
I didn't want to say that.
Oh, dude, the other
I was
Brandon.
trying to get away from that.
Nah, it's okay. He's okay
That's-
with it.
Brandon Lynch is the one that came up with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he calls. We have 2 Brandons that work here, by the way, and smart Brandon don't like to be called smart Brandon either.
No,
But
he hates it.
it's kind of what we do. I mean, it's how I tell them apart. Like
Yeah.
if we're talking about Brandon, I'm like, which Brandon, the smart one or not?
Yeah.
And that's how we.
And it's not even detriment. Both of them
No,
are very
they're
intelligent.
I mean, they're great. They're both-
one works in IT, one's more mechanically smart. And so, like
the IT one we call smart Brandon,
yeah, we call because he deals with computers and stuff,
and he's smart.
and he's
That's a
pretty
compliment.
smart. Yeah.
It's a compliment.
Brandon Lynch is Brandon. He don't talk enough for anybody to see how smart he is.
I think he's smarter than what he.
Oh, he 100% is.
Because he's made comments like this. If, he wants people to think he's.
Yeah, he does that as a defense mechanism
to make sure he don't get asked to do things.
Yeah, 100%. Like he hates learning new things.
Yeah, because
like
then he has to do it.
If you ever like, hey man, let me cross train you on this or whatever, and he's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, because then he knows he has to do it.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, so yeah, that's just a little insight for who we are here. We have a good time and in our business and everything, and we could continue this live. I don't know what else we got to talk about.
Yeah, I think we're right at an hour, aren't we? Or so.
Yep, 1 hour and 1 minute. Well, 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Yep. So, but guys, yeah, we're going to have another live in 2 weeks, and then another one 2 weeks after that. We're going to continue doing this to kind of just keep bringing y'all some content. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed this conversation this morning, and getting in all seriousness now, talking about behind the scenes. I just want to say that this podcast has truly made a big impact in my life. Corey, just things that you've said have impacted my life in a good way, and I thank you for that. Thank you for sticking with me, being by my side here. Sean, thank you for all you do behind the scenes. You handle a lot. You make so that things just go smooth. And Conrad, JD, editing, and Conrad leading the team and making sure things get done, and our sponsors, and man, I could just keep going. There's so many.
It's gotten so big.
The listeners. Sean, you're the GOAT. That's what somebody just said.
Ah, thank you.
Yep.
How much did you pay him for that comment?
$3 a comment. So he's doing really good right now.
So yeah, and it means the world to us that y'all choose to sit here and listen to us, and
it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. So
and we're like we say all the time, we're just a couple rednecks that are trying to make this thing happen.
Yep.
And we're just really thankful for you guys.
Yep.
Because if you guys weren't involved, we wouldn't do this. And that, I know a lot of content creators say that, but honestly, that's our whole motivation, is to help you win.
Mm-hmm.
You having success to us is our biggest compliment. Is you going out there in the marketplace, whatever you're trying to do, whether it's leading a business, leading a team, leading your family, leading a group of friends, whatever that looks like, as long as you're leading with a purpose, guess what? You're winning.
Yes, you are.
And so that's a big deal for us. So, and that's why we want you to let us know your wins, because that's a huge morale boost to us.
Yes. I was just looking. We're up to 124,000 subscribers as well. So we jumped a little over 24,000 this last season. That's just remarkable. I haven't even really noticed that till just now. I was like, wow. So yeah, I mean, it continues to grow, and we're gonna keep bringing it. We're gonna keep bringing it. You ready to shut her down?
I am.
Sean, you ready to shut it down?
We're gonna get back to our day jobs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys, we love y'all. God bless y'all, and we hope that you have an amazing next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Next rest of the year. Hope you had a great 4th. We did, and we just thank God for everybody. Yes.
Check the comments.
You got a comment?
Do you remember him or them?
Oh yes,
yeah.
yes.
I wish JD was here to translate that. I can translate it real quick.
So I'm not good.
I remember we talked to him a pretty good bit, and I didn't want to miss his comment.
Lyndon, oh man, you're awesome, dude. Says, keep up the good work. Grab the flower by the thorns. Don't keep trying to feed a fed horse. And if you're lucky, you can feed 2 birds with 1 scone.
He's something else.
That he's the dry humor of the office, and it's amazing. We love.
I love him to death, but he also gives me gray hairs. So you working on that old translation there? And you're right, Lauren.
He-
If you do post it, I will kill you. That sounds terrible.
He
I wouldn't
said
kill you, my
it's
daffodil.
been a good journey so far.
Good, man.
Well, thank you.
I hope you're winning over there. I know you were last time we talked. You were kind of working on starting a business, kind of in that way. We hope you're killing it over there, and you took the courage and made that next step.
Yes. Amen to that. Amen to that. So, all right, guys, we are out. We love y'all again, like I said, and we will see y'all in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Keep up the comments. Let's keep this thing rolling, and let's make a big impact in this world. Let's lead with a purpose. And I'm telling you, we can change this world, man. We are headed down a slippery slope right now, but we can turn this thing around.
That's right.
So, lead with purpose. We love y'all. Peace out.